for the US cloud locations at CloudSigma. And together we are going to go through our partner program for channel partners. Let's kick that started. This is our agenda for today. I'm going to talk a little bit about CloudSigma. Then Chuck is going to explain to you where is CloudSigma in the US, why, what kind of customers we have there, and what is important for the US customers to know about CloudSigma. After that, I'm going to let you through the channel partner program. And at the end, we are going to show you some successful examples from existing partners we have. At the end, of course, you will have the possibility to ask questions. Anyway, if you have any questions in the meantime, you can always use the chat function, especially if you're having any technical problems. Just let us know. If you can't hear us or if you can't see anything, just let us know. All right. So about CloudSigma. CloudSigma is a Swiss company founded in 2009. Currently, we have just over 50 employees. In Europe, we are known as a leading infrastructure-as-a-service provider with a focus on flexibility and performance. Why is that actually possible to offer flexibility? This is because we built and own our own cloud stack, so we're not based on OpenStack or VMware or any other. We built our own cloud stack. It's based on KVM, and this allows us to offer much more flexibility and full root access to our customers. We have altogether 11 cloud locations all over the globe. 4 of these are in the US. So in the US, we offer 100% US infrastructure solution. But as a partner, you may have international clients, and we also cover, as you can see here on the map, many other parts around the globe. We are growing. Our location network is growing, so every year we get 2-3 more of these locations on the map. Okay, what are key facts of CloudSigma? 9 years of experience already. This is clear because we started in 2009. We offer 100% SLA, and we are also very strict with our SLA and giving credit to customers with difficulties. We have 12 cloud locations, as I already mentioned. It takes only 26 seconds to create a new server on our cloud platform. This is extremely fast. And our customer support is operating 24/7, and it's known to be extremely quick in responding to our customers. It gets, on average, 30 seconds to get a response from customer support. We currently have, I think it's 1,700 active clients, because I actually had to count them today for a report. And these have more than 4,000 active servers. A few more key figures here. We are an Ubuntu certified cloud partner because our cloud is based on KVM. We are also certified for security according to ISO, and we are a PCI DSS compliant cloud company. So these were the most the basic things about CloudSigma. Next, I'm just gonna lead quick discussion together with Chuck to understand why and what are the key things that customers in the US are looking for, and why is CloudSigma a suitable partner for them. So Chuck, here on this slide, as you know, you can see a lot of benefits of CloudSigma, but what are actually the key things that customers in the US raise compared to other cloud providers? Hello, Chuck.
Yep, I'm here.
Okay.
So the question was, is why CloudSigma? Hi, how's it going, everybody? Hi, Vanya.
Hi. Yes.
So the question would be why CloudSigma versus other providers in the U.S.?
Yeah, correct. What are the key things that actually make clients in the US choose CloudSigma over other cloud providers?
I'd say there's a lot of advantages for choosing CloudSigma. One, the speed to deployment. It's a very, very simple infrastructure as a service model. The customer support is amazing. It's chat support, so you get support right away. Multiple cloud U.S. locations, plus it's international. So it's a Swiss-based company, so it's an international cloud. So they've got 10 years of experience. And just all of our customers that are already on the platform just love the customer support, and they love the performance of the cloud. Originally I was a provider of cloud services for CloudSigma when I was at DR Fortress before switching roles. But it's and all of our customers just love the performance and just they love working with it, and that's all I can say about it. It's a see it to believe it product. Once you start working with it and understanding how to use it, it's a game changer. It's way simpler to deploy than Amazon or Azure. Plus, you also have the hybrid deployments. So we're currently in Equinix, United States. You can cross-connect up to 10 gigabits per second to your physical racks inside those locations, so you can have a true hybrid deployment, which is very hard to do with other models. For Amazon, for instance, it costs you $10,000 to do that direct connect into Amazon AWS. So those are just a couple of the many, many reasons why.
Okay, great. Thank you. And to summarize, you mentioned the hybrid options and also the easiness to work with our platform and the excellent support and the performance that we have. How does that compare to other cloud competitors?
It's hard to be next to your cloud. So, and especially when you're talking about like big data and other things, that especially in latency, it's best to be close to your cloud provider and have that as close as you can to your racks. It can also be used as a high availability model, right? So you have, let's say you're at Equinix in DC, you have some racks there. You also have a cross connect into CloudSigma. You can then leverage CloudSigma in San Jose as well, and just have a more dynamic infrastructure. And then, as your company grows, start deploying racks in San Jose. So it's a very, very flexible infrastructure. And you're not locked in. And one thing I did forget, you're not locked in the server sizes like in Azure and Amazon. You're locked into these specific, sizes of compute. Well, not all software. Some software is more memory dependent. Some is more CPU. So it's a very, very flexible architecture. So you get the best value for your money. So
Great.
The hybrid's huge. It's a huge advantage.
Thanks. Okay, so on this slide you see actually some examples of clients that we have in the US. Chuck, I know that you know all of these clients. Maybe you can pick up 2 or 3 examples and explain how we won them over and what is more specific to say about them, why they actually like CloudSigma today.
Sure. So Catchpoint, what they are is they're like an uptime provider. They make sure that websites are performing quickly, and what they do is they need a service that's got very, very low latency. So they have multiple locations across the U.S. So they chose CloudSigma as a partner because where CloudSigma is in Equinix and in Hawaii, you have very low latency. So that's why it's very important for Catchpoint to have us be their service provider. It's a very cool product as well. Nace Corp, what they do, they're a very unique company as well. They write aircraft they write software for airlines. They do a lot of deployment and testing in our cloud before it then gets shipped to the customer on-prem servers. Cylance, which most of you have probably heard of by now in the industry. It's a next generation math model, antivirus, anti-malware. And what's unique about what they're doing in our cloud is they're actually testing and exploiting different types of malware and see how well their engine is catching it and making adjustments to their engine as they go. Cylance is very excited about what they've seen so far in CloudSigma, and they're looking to expand more of their offering inside. Expectant, they are, I call them the security companies. They are a very niche player in the space. I can't go into too many details about what they do. They do have a website, but we've known that team for many years, and they've done amazing things across the globe when it comes to cybersecurity. Just amazing group of guys and some amazing products that they're putting together. Power Pacific is, they are an infrastructure provider. So what they do is they took over a refinery out here in Hawaii, and what they did was they had to set up a massive environment, and their shipments got stalled. So all their equipment coming to DR Fortress, which is the largest co-location facility in Hawaii, was delayed 8 weeks. But they had to be up and running, so they leveraged CloudSigma so they could provide services in Hawaii for the 8 weeks before their equipment got here. And then they, of course, they're still using the cloud, but not the same as it was when they first set up, but it's still like their test and dev environment for their production for the refinery here in Hawaii. eWorld, they provide government solutions. So what they do is they do a lot of development work when it comes to SharePoint, a lot of SharePoint and custom development for governments around the U.S. and State of Hawaii. State of Hawaii, this is a great example of hybrid infrastructure. So State of Hawaii is connected into CloudSigma, and they also have large presence over the islands. And what was unique about what we could offer the state was the ability to run different types of operating systems that aren't the typical ones that you used to see. So another unique selling feature for CloudSigma is you can run any x86 64-bit operating system without having a specific image. You can upload an ISO, deploy, whatever it is, whatever software you want to deploy, as long as it runs on the hardware, you can deploy it. And we are also the DR site for University of Hawaii Manoa for their critical, for all their student records and everything else. So everything is backed up into CloudSigma. So it's a highly available environment. So I don't know much about the ECMWF, Sonia. I think that's more you. And I don't know I think you know what Siemens is doing inside CloudSigma. So I'll turn it back to you.
Great. Thanks a lot, Chuck, for this great overview. Yeah, Siemens and ECMWF are European customers of ours that are actually also deployed in the US. And this is these two are very good examples of companies that are multinational and how they actually need a global cloud partner to help them with the infrastructure strategy. So Siemens, we're working with one of their software divisions, which is creating a software for tracking packages, and they have different customers, for example, in South Africa and also in the US and in Europe and in Asia, and they actually deployed in a few of our cloud locations in order to assure lowest latency for their customers. ECMWF is another great example. They use us out of 3 cloud locations. This is actually the European Center for Medium Weather Forecast. And they need to send weather forecast data at an exact point of time, and this also needs to reach the customer at an exact point of time, because, as you know, weather data is quite with no value if it reaches you too late. So they are serving mostly customers in Europe, but they also have some customers in the US and in Asia. So they're using us also out of one of the US cloud locations. And the other things that they mentioned is that they experience very low latency, and with what we provide to them, they're able to actually offer a few new types of services to their clients that they weren't able to offer before. Right. So let's continue to the actual point of the webinar today. This is the channel partner program. So why do channel partner programs work? Let's start from there. Their channel partner programs provide you with a few benefits. First, of course, you acquire new revenue, which you get from onboarding customers in the cloud, and of course you have a revenue share for that. You improve your profitability because while partnering with a cloud provider, you might have some customers that are wanting to go to a cloud, and if you don't have a cloud partner, then you're going to lose some of these opportunities. You reduce your business risk. If you are a system integrator or IT consultant or managed service provider, in order to be also very successful in cloud, you have to have a lot of experience. So you can, while partnering with a cloud partner, you can actually focus on what you can do best and let the cloud partner focus on what the cloud partner can do best, mainly offering cloud services. So this split of responsibilities reducing business risk. And one thing I already mentioned, reach new markets. When you have a global cloud partner, you can expand your geographic reach, and you can grow your revenue by offering your services to, you can offer actually new services to your existing customers, and you can also offer your services to the customers of the cloud provider globally. So what does our channel partner program offer? First thing is 15% lifetime commission. This is the minimum. You get up to 25% lifetime commission against all payments by your customers in our cloud, and this is lifetime. So if the customer pays 20 years every month, $300, you get 20 years, 15% of that. You get dedicated partner support from us, customized support based on what are actually your needs. This includes a single point of contact, various training, sales and marketing materials, and a few more things I'm going to talk about later when I show you how our typical onboarding looks like. Of course, this is all backed up by an online portal where you can track your leads, conditions, and payouts in your personal profile. And yeah, all these things you see here in the bottom are things we've already mentioned. You have lots of public and virtual and private hybrid cloud options with CloudSigma. You get to choose between 12 deployment options today and more coming up next every year. And there are a lot of value-added cloud services such as disaster recovery, security features, DDoS mitigation, and so on and so forth, where, by the way, you can also add your own services. I'm going to explain about that in a minute. During our last webinar, we had this question, how is the payment actually organized? So this is why I came up with this new slide. There are two options. The invoicing might go via the partner or it might go via CloudSigma. If it goes via the partner, there are a few revenue streams. Of course, you have the cloud resources, then you have the partner services you're putting on top, and then if you want, on top of the cloud resources, you can also have your own margin. Some customers decide to do that, especially in Switzerland. I can tell you there are lots of cloud providers that want to do that. I believe that the US is a more price-sensitive market, so I'm not sure that's an option, but it's up to you. Then if you are invoicing via CloudSigma, this means if, for example, we have we have a customer that needs your services, then this is our customer typically, and the payments will go through us. Then this is how all the revenue streams look like. So you have a revenue stream from the cloud resources and from your partner services. As I said, there are different thresholds for your lifetime commission. So you can get, this is the first threshold, it's up to $50,000 per month. Your commission is 15%. But if you are a larger system integrator or IT consultant, of course, you would get to that point pretty quickly. So you can reach a next threshold. And then also for larger channel partners, it is possible to offer tiered commissions so that they can split it between themselves and their sub-partners. Okay. Oh no, actually this is the next slide. So as I mentioned, I'm going to show you here our typical partner onboarding. So what usually happens, first the partner signs up on our partner page, which is partner.cloudsigma.com. Then we reach out, we do a cloud demo for you, we get you equipped with a free evaluation account of our platform so that you can test it out and see how you can use it, how you can deploy perhaps your own services on it, and so on. In the meantime, we also get acquainted with your detailed offering, and we start to prepare the announcement of the partnership. We have the possibility to announce the partnership on our blog, in the social media, and also via our customer newsletter. So here is an example of a partner announcement we did last week. This is an American company that works in the area of satellite services. And together with them, we are offering a new service. So we are actually going to do all of these things throughout the partner onboarding. So this is not a typical channel partner because it's not really an IT consultant, but I picked it up as an example to explain to you what else we can do apart from the standard channel partner offering. So after we announce the partnership online, we can prepare a co-branded brochure of the offering together with pricing, and we can also organize a webinar similar to this one for customers and prospects of both companies. Then depending on the partner type, your services can actually be integrated into our web app marketplace, and these services can become can be used as a service offering for our customers. So this is another way for you to actually get revenue share apart from bringing in customers on board. So if you have some services, and this is why I picked up this example, this is partner that has a web service for searching through satellite data. I'm not going to go into details, but yes, we are now in the process of integrating this web service on top of our cloud platform so that our customers can actually use it as an image or use it within our user interface to search for whatever they need in our satellite database. And next, we're going to go through some partner success stories. And we're going to start with Fidelis. And I'm going to hand over to Chuck to explain to you about why Fidelis, who is Fidelis, first of all, and why they decided to work with CloudSigma.
Great, thank you. So Fidelis is a very unique security offering, and they were looking for a way to showcase and get customers aligned faster than the typical security deployment, where you would go to the customer premise and deploy a device and configure everything, and all that takes a lot of time, and especially if you're trying to launch a new market, sending out physical boxes to test these things takes a long time. So they wanted to showcase how fast and the advantage of using Fidelis. So what they did was they created an account inside CloudSigma, and what's unique about CloudSigma is you can actually mirror network traffic. So they could put their sensors inside CloudSigma, and they could show like how if malware executed, what would happen, how to triage, and how to use their product without ever having to go to the customer premise to deploy a machine, spend thousands of dollars on hardware, and having multiple boxes all over the country to deploy just for a proof of concept. So what that enabled Fidelis to do is onboard customers much, much faster, and to show the value of their product in a way that has never been done before, really in the security industry when it comes to a product of this type. Most network products, you have to actually go on-prem or do a lot of other crazy things to get them to show the value. So this helps Fidelis sell a lot more services and a lot more product in a short amount of time. That's Fidelis.
Okay, great. Thank you, Chuck. And on the next slide, we're going to present another story where you can just continue.
Yep. Yeah, so Hawkeye, Hawk is I call it a next generation SIM platform. It's an artificial intelligence SIM. They are based out of Texas, and the originators of Hawk actually helped almost kick off the SIM space a long time ago. So they have a lot of experience. They helped launch actually a couple other cloud offerings, and they love the CloudSigma platform and have chosen CloudSigma over Amazon and Microsoft to host their SIM-as-a-service model. They are in the Fortune 25, so they are not a small company, and they do service again Fortune 25, and their SIM-as-a-service model is truly unique. It's fully multi-tenant. And we're seeing some very exciting things already out of them. And the press release is pending with CloudSigma and Hawk, so that should be out hopefully within the next month or so. We're just going back over some verbiage, but I've been in the SIM space myself a long time. I started using Splunk back in 2004, and this is definitely a game changer. So definitely keep your eye out for Hawk and what they're up to.
Thank you, Jeff. What I loved about Hawk is that they were able to use these access rights that we offer and provide individual access rights for their clients in the multi-tenant architecture, and also separate policies, because this is exactly what also our partners in Europe explain. And here on the next slide, this is it's a European partner, but I chose it to bring it up here because I wanted to show you on this slide visually how can actually our partners manage their customers in our cloud. So this guy or this company, Volsec, it's a classical managed service provider, and they offer lots of managed services such as firewalls, load balancers, managed VPN, and so on and so forth. But there was one feature, the so-called access control list, which Hawk is also using, and they also, which allowed them to actually replicate the structure they have in their on-prem data center to replicate one-to-one in CloudSigma. So they have 3 client types. One of the types, client type 1, I called it. So for them, they just do the initial cloud setup. They put a firewall in front, and they're done. And after that, the client actually gets the full access to the cloud and manages the cloud accounts himself. The type 2 client, Volsec is doing the initial setup and is also fully managing the cloud account. What the client gets access only to their services, and if something is wrong with the services, they just ping Volsec. They have Volsec as a single point of contact, and they may or they may not know what's behind their services. This is up to Volsec to decide. And the third type is where Volsec is doing the initial setup and is actually managing the account, but the client needs to have some access to some of their cloud servers. And this is exactly the mixed type of case where the access control list feature comes very handy, because you can define what access level you want for your clients in the cloud account. You can get them have only read access. You can get them, for example, be able to start server but not stop a server. So many of the activities in the cloud can be defined by tags using this access control list feature. So I believe this so far has been the most useful feature practically seen for cloud partners. Okay, I think we are reaching the end. Chuck, do you want to mention something else before we jump into the Q&A session?
Sure. Hold on one second real quick. So I want to mention again that CloudSigma, I don't know, it might be just 1 second here real quick. Okay, that should be better. Sorry about that. I just want to mention again that CloudSigma's platform, you know, I can't stress enough the flexibility, and if you're getting new products to market and trying a unique offering, I mean, CloudSigma is definitely just a very, very quick platform to develop on, and the feedback to the development team, if you need new features, stuff like that, can happen much faster versus dealing with AWS or Azure. So they truly are a partner. They do listen. I know Hawk and Fidelis all had some unique needs that they needed, and CloudSigma was able to respond very quickly to help facilitate that. That's all.
Okay, great. So then we are open for questions. You can just put your questions in the chat, and we're looking forward.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Are they unmuted, or can they chat the question?
Yeah, I mean they can only chat. I don't see anyone typing in the chat, so maybe there are no questions. You can also email. Okay, so we have someone typing. You can also email us your questions afterwards. So there are two important links I want to finish up with. One is the partner.cloudsigma.com, where you can actually register for the partner program. And the other one, of course, is our website. Thank you very much for being here with us today. You're going to get a follow-up email from us. So if you have any more detailed questions, we can, of course, clarify this by email and then later on a call. Thank you and have a great day, everyone.
Great. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Bye.